Good evening. Welcome to Hindi is Easy. Today we are going to see the line by line explanation for the new lesson Rthchak lesson number 9 class 8 MadubhanSaral Patmala. If you still not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel and recommend among your friends circle. If you have any clarification or feedback, please do put in the comment section and surely reply back. If you like the video or the video is useful for you, please do click the like button. Your subscription and like will motivate me to add more videos. Rthchak. This is family oriented story where the people take the responsibilities and they understand the responsibilities and how they take care of the things in the absence of one another. So Rthchak is the chariot wheel based upon the time how things changes. Because of the untimely death of the father, how the grandfather takes care of the grandson, and when the grandson grows up in the absence of father and the elder brother, how the younger brother takes care of the responsibilities. All about the story is. This is beautifully written by Himanshu Joshi. This is the author. Himanshu was born on 4th May 1935 in Uttaranchal, Bharat, and she died on 23rd November 2018 at the age of 83 in New Delhi. She was a story writer, she was a novelist, she used to take care of editing, and she also was taking care of the magazines and literature also she has contributed. She has spent most of the time in Kheti Khan Gaon in that village, and she did her primary and mid education in her native itself. Later she moved to Nainital. She started her career with Patrikarita. She was doing editing in the magazines and for the newspapers. कादम्बिनी और साप्ताहिक हिंदुस्तान के संपादन से जुड़े रहे. She was also doing editing for Kadambini and Saptahik Hindustan. Her writings concentrates on the issues of the normal people, and she writes the things in a very easy way, in a simple way, so that everyone can understand, and it is very natural. Subhavik and marmik dangmas, it's very natural and emotional connect is there in her writing. Whatever the problems or the difficulties one has to face in the real world, she has always motivated in her writings that we have to stand up and face those challenges. So that was her speciality. Her writings was very simple and very easy for people to understand. She was awarded from the Uttar Pradesh Hindi Organization, Kendriya Hindi Sansthan and Hindi Academy Delhi and Rajbhasha Vibhag Delhi. So from all these organizations she has got the award. Kendriya Hindi Sansthan has awarded her with Shri Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi Puraskar for the contribution which she has done as an editor for the magazines. Her famous writings, novels were Aranya Mahasagar, Chaya Mat Chuna Man, Kagar Ki Aag, Samay Shakshi Hai, Tumhare Liye Suraj. These are the very famous writings which has made her to get all these rewards and awards. So the story collections were this: गांधर्व गाथा, रत्र चक्र, जलते हुए डैने तथा अन्य कहानियाँ, मनुष्य चिन्ह और अन्य कहानियाँ. So one of the famous writing stories which we are going to read today is Rthchak, which was notified by people all over. In the Kavita poem collections were Agni Sambhav, Neel Nadi Ka Vriksh, Ek Aankhi Kavita, and Vaicharik Sasmaran, which is written from Uttar Purva, 8वां सर्ग. I have few questions. So परिवार किससे बनता? The family. From whom it is made? Family is made from the generation over generation, right? Grandfather, grandmother, mother, father, mother's sisters, brothers, father's brothers and sisters, and the kids, cousins, everyone makes a family, right? So do you like to live in a joint family or a nuclear family? Put in the comment section. Have you ever lived in a joint family where everyone is there, where the house is fully packed with the people and kids? Who are there in your family? आपके परिवार में कौन कौन है? So what are the responsibilities which we have to take towards a family? परिवार के प्रति हमारा क्या कर्तव्य है? Just put in the comment section. Do you help your parents? Do you help your mother and father? How do you feel after helping them? You feel very happy? Some kind of happiness joy is there? If father is not at home, what kind of help do you do to your mother? You'll go to market, you bring things from faraway distance, you take care of his responsibilities in his absence. Do you do that? Let's assume if any issues happens. in the family, what should be your responsibility? You have to understand the situation. You should not add more burden. You should able to try, and you should make yourself flexible so that you can make the situation something better than what it is. When father or mother is not there, you should help your parents accordingly. You should help your siblings accordingly. You should have a love towards your family. So these are the few things which you have to cultivate within yourself from your childhood. So what I am going to learn from this lesson? So the kartavya nishta, you should be responsible, dutiful towards the things that you have taken care. Parivarik prem, you should have the love and affection towards your family. Sahikshunata, you should have the tolerance level. Sahas, being brave to face the challenges. Dhairya, to have the patience. Parikshram, to do the hard work. कठिनाइयों का दृढ़चित होकर सामना करना. So with a determined mindset, we have to face the challenges. Dridchit means with the determined mind, when the heart and mind is in the controlled way. Ashavadi hona, be optimistic, be positive thinker. Atmavishwas, have a self trust so that you can do anything, nothing is impossible. परिस्थितियों को अपने अनुरूप ढाल लेना, according to the situations, based upon the situations you have to change yourself, adapt yourself. परिवार के प्रति अपने जिम्मेदारी को समझना और उन्हें निभाना, according to the family you have to understand your responsibility and you have to follow it. These are the few characteristics which we have to build within us. This should be the learning outcome of each and everyone after learning this lesson. So Rthchakra is the wheel of chariot. Is taken as an example where the responsibilities gets passed on from one generation to the other generation. Brief of this lesson is a story of 3 generations where the grandfather does the hard work in the absence of his son to bring up the grandsons, and the grandsons, when they grow up, they take the care of the responsibilities and they do the things. As the wheel moves, the responsibility also keeps moving. What happens in the story is grandfather's son dies in an untimely manner. Grandfather takes care of the grandsons and he does the hard work. He wants to fulfill the dream of his son. So he makes his grandson to study better, and he also does the planting of trees so that the flowers and fruits can be used by the next generation. So knowing this, the grandson also does the responsibilities, help the grandfather, and they also do things for the upliftment of the family. Suddenly what happens, one of the grandsons also dies in the military, and the younger one takes care of the responsibilities. Along with the family situation, he makes himself flexible and takes care of his elder brothers, kids and family. He understands that responsibility of the family has to be handled. It's a very emotional, expressive and touching story which is written in a very simple and easy language. So let's read the lesson and understand further how Himanshu Joshi has written the Rthchakra. Rthchakra. Chakra means the wheel. Rthchakra is a chariot wheel. So chakra now what it means, which goes continuously, which revolves continuously. According to the author, Rthchakra is the life chakra, the life wheel, which revolves continuously. In life, there will be some situations when incidents that happens again and again, or sometimes the incident happens only once and it goes away. So if you are sitting on the chariot of the time, when you are traveling, it will be present tense, past tense and future tense. So the coming days, future tense la vara time enna nadakum அப்படின்றது நமக்கு தெரியாது, யாருக்கும் தெரியாது. No one knows what is going to come in the coming days. Hence, the human being has to be well prepared for any situation. We should not move away from our responsibility and our duty. The author is the youngest son of the family here. Author is narrating the whole story, his life experience and how things has changed after the untimely death of his father and grandfather and the elder son, how he takes care of his responsibilities. All the lesson is about. Let's read this very touching story, Rthchakra. पूर्व वर्तमान युग में कौन स्वयं को पूर्ण रूपन देशभक्त कह सकते हैं? So in the current situation, who can say that they are devoted for the country, they have the patriotism for the country? So deshbhakt is the person who understands, who gives importance for the well-being of the country first. The priority for him is the well-being of the country, and he does all the things that makes the country to be uplifted. किसी भी व्यक्ति का देशभक्त होना उसकी स्वेच्छा हो सकती है या ज़रूरत. So the person who becomes patriotic can be on his interest. स्वेच्छा is for his own interest, or ज़रूरत, or it is a need. For example, if you see, many people would have joined military. Why? Not everyone is so patriotic when they're joining. Because of the need to fulfill the need of the family, they go and join the military. This was the custom which was followed earlier. Even now, if you see, in the interior part of our country, many people would have joined military not because they are very patriotic, because it was the need to get a job, to make the survival of themselves and for the family. So this was just one example. We can see many things where the people do the service to the country by their own interest, or it becomes the need. So having said this, let's read the lesson further. पीली पीली धूप निखरने लगती है. So yellow sun rays are shining. निखरने is shining, धूप is sun rays, पीली is the color. चीड़ के लंबे लंबे पेड़ और भी ऊंचे लग रहे हैं. So चीड़ is the pine tree. The pine tree looks more longer now. बर्फ़ से ढकी पहाड़ों की चोटियाँ पिघलते सोने की तरह चमक रही है. And the बर्फ़ is snow, ढकी is covered. The mountain peaks, पहाड़ों की चोटियाँ, the peak of the mountains which is covered with the snow, it looks as if the melting gold. So it is shining like a melting gold. धुंधलके के उस पार मैं कुछ खोज रहा हूँ, पर स्पष्ट कुछ दिखता नहीं. धुंधलके is the foggy. So amidst the environment which is very foggy, he is trying to, the author, the narrator is trying to see something, to search something, but he is not able to view clearly. Spasht is clear, and அவர்னால பார்க்க முடியல. So the narrator வந்து அவரோட background environment எப்படி இருக்குன்றது இங்கே சொல்கிறாரு. So sun rays நல்லா ஷைன் ஆகிட்டுருக்கு. பைன் ட்ரீ ரொம்ப லாங்காக தெரியுது. மலைகளோட பீக்ஸ்லாம் ஸ்னோ கவர் ஆகிருக்கு. அதை பார்க்கும்போது ஒரு உருகிட்டுருக்க கோல்டு மாதிரி தெரியுது அவருக்கு. என்விரான்மெண்ட் ஃபுல்லாக ஃபாகியாக இருக்குது. அவர் ஏதோ தேடுறாரு, பார்க்குறாரு, ஆனால் கிளியராக எதுவும் தெரியலை. 5 वर्षों बाद मैं फिर आया हूँ यहाँ अपने घर. ஸோ ஆஃப்டர் மெனி இயர்ஸ் ஐ ஹவ் கம் ஹியர் டு மை ஹோம். ஸோ அவரோட நேட்டிவ் பிளேஸ்க்கு வந்திருக்காரு. यहाँ के कण कण में शैशव की कितनी ही हर्ष विषाद मृषित स्मृतियाँ बिखरी पड़ी है. नेटिव प्लेஸில் இருக்க small things. शैशव इज द इन्फेंसी स्टेஜில் whatever he has done. So it can be a harsh, say happiness memories, or the vishad is a sad memories. The mixed memories is scattered here. Bikri padina scattered ஆ இருக்கு. ஸோ அவர் ஒரு நேட்டிவ் பிளேஸ்க்கு வந்திருக்காரு. அவர் வீட்டுக்கு ரொம்ப வருஷம் கழிச்சு அவருக்கு இப்போ எல்லாம் ஞாபகம் வருது. அந்த சின்ன வயசில் பண்ண நாட்டினஸ், சின்ன வயசில் பண்ண ஹாப்பி மெமரிஸ், சேட் மெமரிஸ் எல்லாம் கம்பைண்டாக இந்த மெமரிஸ் இங்கே தான் ஸ்கேட்டர் ஆகிருக்குன்றது அவர் கவனத்துக்கு வருது. पिताजी का स्वर्गवास हुआ तब हम छोटे थे. when the father has died, that time we were very small. அப்போ நாங்கள் சின்ன பசங்களாக இருந்தோம். माँ का बिलक बिलक कर रोना, दीदी के कभी न थमने वाले आंसू, बाबा का कोरा कागज सा सफ़ेद चेहरा. So mother or a loud cry, bilak bilak ka rona is the loud cry of mother, non-stop tears from sister's eyes, and the baba is grandfather. Our kora kagash is a white paper, so where we cannot judge anything. ரொம்பவே வெறுத்து போய் என்ன நடக்குதுன்னு தெரியாத ஒரு ஸ்டேஜில் இருக்கிற ஒரு ஃபேஸ். ஸோ அவரோட ஒயிட் பேலான ஒரு ஃபேஸ். आज भी अनायास याद आते हैं. ஸோ இன்றைக்கும் எனக்கு அது ஸ்பான்டேனியஸாக, அனாயாஸ்னா ஸ்பான்டேனியஸாக ஞாபகம் வருது. when he thinks about his father's death, he is able to remember spontaneously the cry of his mother, the tears from his sister, and the face of his grandfather. तो अजीब सिहरन सी होती है. ஸோ ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரேஞ்சான ஒரு வைப்ரேஷன் happens within me. The strange vibration, seheran si hoti hai. Seheran si is a vibration, ajeeb is a strange. So strange vibration happens और मैं कांप उठता हूँ. I start to shiver. The author is explaining his losing of his father, the sadness which has affected him badly of losing his father. When the author is coming to his native place after long years, he is able to see the sun which is shining and the mountain peak which is covered with the snow. It as if when the sun is shining and this he is able to compare as if some gold is melting down. See here how beautifully the author has described as if some gold is melting down. And he is able to see the long pine trees, and when he thinks about his childhood memories comes and is able to feel that the happiness and the sorrow memories of his infancy is scattered in this place only. पिताजी का अकाल मृत्यु ने बाबा को और बूढ़ा बना दिया. तो अनटाइमली डेथ ऑफ माई फादर हैज मेड माई ग्रैंडफादर मोर ओल्डर. बूढ़ा बना दिया मीन्स ही हैज बिकम मोर ओल्डर. हाथ पांव अब अधिक चल ना पाते थे. सो ही कैन नॉट मूव हिज हैंड्स एंड लेग्स. दिस ग्रैंडफादर इज नॉट एबल टू मूव एज ही यूज्ड टू मूव बिफोर. स्मृति भी अब किसी सीमा तक साथ छोड़ रही थी. स्मृति इज हिज मेमोरी पावर. Also, he is not able to recollect things. To some extent only, the memory is helping him, and it doesn't help him altogether. बातें करते करते बहक उठते. So when he's trying to talk, he gets diverted. In the sense, the memory is not to the power that he can talk continuously. He is getting diverted here and there because he is also deeply affected with the death of his son. बार बार कोई बात बताने पर भी जल्दी भूल जाते. Even if he reiterate and keep telling the things, he forgets. So the grandfather is also affected totally. தாத்தாவும் நல்ல அஃபெக்ட் ஆயிருக்கார். அவர் பையனோட அன்டைம்லி டெத்தில் அவருக்கு மெமரி ப்ராப்ளம் வந்துருச்சு. எப்போ பேசினாலும் டக்குன்னு டைவர்ட் ஆகிட்டு அந்த விஷயத்த பேசுகிறாரு. எவ்வளோ சொன்னாலும் ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிறது இல்லை. முதல் மாதிரி அவரால் நடக்கிறதுக்கு அவரோட லெக்ஸ் அண்ட் ஹேண்ட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியறதில்ல. दुकान का जितना उधार जिनके पास था उन सब ने टेंके दिखला दिए थे. ஸோ கடையில் யாராச்சும் கடன் வச்சு வாங்கியிருப்பாங்க. they have taken the loan from the stores. ஸோ இப்போ grandfather who has went and asked for those money after his son's death, everyone has taken the advantage of it. யாரும் தரத்துக்கு இல்லை, தர முடியாது, நாங்கள் எதுவும் கடன் வைக்கல அப்படின்ற போய் சொல்லிட்டாங்க, ஏமாற்றிட்டாங்க. सगे संबंधियों ने सहायता करना तो अलग रहा. ஸோ सगे संबंधिस रिलेशन्स அவங்க ஒரு ஹெல்ப்பும் பண்ணலை. ஸோ வி நோ ரைட் டியூரிங் த டிஃபிகல்ட் சிச்சுவேஷன்ஸ் வெரி ரேர்லி த ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸ் கம்ஸ் அண்ட் ஹெல்ப். ஸோ அவங்களும் எதுவுமே பண்ணலை. पिताजी की आकस्मिक मौत का पूरा लाभ उठा लिया था. ஸோ आकस्मिक मीन्स अनटाइमली डेथ. ஸோ ஃபாதரோட அன்டைம்லி டெத்தோட அட்வான்டேஜ் ஹாஸ் பின் டேக்கன் பை எவ்ரி ஒன். ஸோ த பர்சன் யார் கடன் வச்சுருந்தாங்களே, கடையில் வாங்கி அப்புறம் கொடுக்குறேன்னு சொல்லி வாங்கிட்டு போகிறாங்களா, அவங்க எல்லாமே இங்கே இப்போ காணாமல் போயிட்டாங்க. ரிலேட்டிவ்ஸும் ஒன்றும் ஹெல்ப்புக்கு அப்படி ஒன்றும் வரல. ஸோ அவரோட அன்டைம்லி டெத்துக்கு எல்லாருமே அட்வான்டேஜ் எடுத்துக்கிட்டாங்க. दोबारा अपनी रकमें वसूल करने से भी वे चुके ना थे. நெக்ஸ்ட் டைமும் இவங்க கிராண்ட்ஃபாதரை ஏமாற்றி காசு வாங்கிக்கணும் அப்படின்ற இதுலேயும் அவங்க ட்ரை பண்ண ஆரம்பித்தாங்க. தே ஸ்டார்டட் டு டேக் த லோன். ஸோ அவங்க நிறுத்தவே இல்லை. எப்படியாச்சும் இன்னொரு வாட்டியும் காசு வாங்கணும் இவங்ககிட்ட இருந்து அப்படின்றது, ஏமாற்றணும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. ஸ்டார்டட் டு சீட் த கிராண்ட்ஃபாதர் அகெயின் டு கெட் த மனி ஃப்ரம் தேம். This is what the author can recollect when he is coming to his native. The father's death kaprum, he is able to see his sister crying, the grandfather holding the stick and trying to do things. He is having a pale face, judge panna mudiyadha or face, and mother is always crying. Grandfather is not able to move like before, and he sits in a place and thinks something. It's not so judgmental, he forgets things. And the people, the stores level people who have taken the money from his father has run away, are not seen here. Grandfather, when he goes and collects the money, they have ignored it and they have not given it back and taken the advantage of the untimely death of the son. So एक दिन बाबा ने बड़े भैया को बुलाया. So one day grandfather has called my elder brother. बड़े भैया इज एल्डर ब्रदर. पता नहीं क्या कहा कि बड़े भैया सारा दिन उदास रहे. डोंट नो व्हाट ग्रैंडफादर टोल्ड टू हिम, बट ही वॉज वेरी सैड फॉर द होल डे. शाम को जब खेत से लौट रहे थे तो भैया बोले. सो व्हेन दे वर रिटर्निंग फ्रॉम द फार्म, ब्रदर सेड, जीतू इज द ऑथर्स नेम, मैं पढ़ने अल्मोड़ा जाऊँ तो तू घर का काम देख लेगा. इफ़ आई गो टू अल्मोड़ा टू स्टडी फर्दर, will you be able to take care of the work at home like that? நீ நான் படிக்கிறதுக்கு போனேன்னா நீ வீட்டு வேலையெல்லாம் பார்த்துக்கிறியா அப்படின்னு அண்ணா சாயங்காலமாக கேட்டிருப்பார். ஏன்னா தாத்தா அவர்கிட்ட ஏதோ பேசியிருக்காரு. அவர் ஹோல் டே சோகமாக இருந்திருக்காரு. मेरी समझ में बात आई नहीं. எனக்கு எதுவுமே புரியல. ஐ வாஸ் நாட் ஏபிள் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் எனிதிங். भैया पढ़ने जाए ये ठीक है, अन्ना படிக்க போகிறாங்க, ब्रदर्स गोइंग फॉर स्टडीज, दैट आई अंडरस्टूड. लेकिन घर में मुझे क्या देखना है और कैसे? बट வீட்டில் நான் என்ன பார்த்துக்கணும், what I have to take care of the home, this I could not understand, and how I have to do that also I don't know. तो सारा दिन इधर उधर मित्रों के साथ घूमता रहता, तो होल डे ही वाज रोमिंग हियर एंड देयर विथ योर फ्रेंड्स। देखना बाबा बूढ़े हो गए, सी grandfather has become so old, इतना बड़ा कारोबार है, so we have the business here, कारोबार is the business, दुकान में उनसे अधिक काम हो नहीं पाता, and in the shop he is not able to do more work, so मुनीम रखते हैं, so मुनीम is the accountant, so if we keep the accountant also, लेकिन वह भी लूट कसोट में कसर नहीं छोड़ते, but that accountant also tries to take the money, right, without knowingly or unknowingly by making the false accounts, he also takes the money. லூட் கசோட்னா அவரும் திருடிக்கிறாரு, அக்கௌண்டன்ட் வச்சாலும் கடையில் அவரும் காசு எடுத்துக்கிறாரு. So he also does things which is capable to his level to take the money out. तो स्कूल से लौट कर सीधा घर आया करना. So from the school you come straight to the house, you don't roam here and there. किसी काम में मदद कर देना, so you do some help in any work. इससे बाबा को बड़ा सहारा मिलेगा. इफ़ यू आर डूइंग सो द ग्रैंडफादर विल गेट सच सपोर्ट. सहारा ना सपोर्ट करे क्यों. तो बड़े भैया का स्वर भीग आया था. सो स्वर भीगा मीन्स ही वॉज वेरी वेट, ही वॉज वेरी इमोशनल. वॉइस वेट आगद सेंस द सैड फील वॉज देयर, द इमोशन वॉज देयर इन हिज वॉइस. वह उसी बहाव में आगे बोले, इन द सेम इमोशंस ही सेड अगेन, ऐसा कोई भी तो नहीं जिसकी हम सहायता ले सके. देयर इज़ नो वन टू होम वी कैन टेक द हेल्प. पिताजी हमें खूब पढ़ाना लिखाना चाहते थे ना, सो फादर वांटेड हस टू स्टडी मोर. बाबा कहते हैं कि मैं आगे पढ़ूँ. नाउ ग्रैंडफादर सेज दैट आई हैव टू फुलफिल हिज सन्स ड्रीम. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू हिज फादर, द ग्रैंडफादर वांटेड टू मेक द ग्रैंडसन टू स्टडी एज पर द विश ऑफ हिज सन. पिताजी जिस तरह सारे काम चलाना चाहते थे वैसे ही सब चलें. सो ग्रैंडफादर वांटेड टू डू थिंग्स according to the interest of his son, because the son has died now, but the grandfather wants to do all those things which his son wanted to do for his kids. So the grandfather is taking the initiative to make his son's dream come true for his grandsons. बाबा का दिल नहीं दुखाना है, so I don't want to hurt grandfather. मैं खूब परिश्रम करूँगा, I'll do lot of hard work. तू भी पढ़ने में मेहनत कर, यू ऑल्सो डू सम हार्ड वर्क इन स्टडीज़. बेकार का घूमना फिरना छोड़कर खाली समय में घर का काम देख. सो वेस्टफुली रोमिंग हियर एंड देयर, यू लीव ऑल दोज थिंग्स एंड इन ए फ्री टाइम टेक केयर ऑफ द हाउस, डू सम हाउस वर्क. छुट्टियाँ मिलते ही मैं भी घर आ जाया करूँगा. वेन एवर आई गेट द हॉलीडेज आई विल कम बैक होम. लाइक दैट द एल्डर ब्रदर इज टेलिंग टू younger brother to take care of the responsibilities in his absence. So the grandfather has called the elder brother and he has talked to him, stating that he wants make his son's dream come true. So he wants to make the grandson to study further, because the grandfather's son had a dream that he wants to make his kids to study further. So the grandfather now wants to fulfill his son's dream. So he is asking his grandson to study further so that he can fulfill his father's dream. Now the elder brother is calling his younger brother and telling all the things, making him to understand the situation. So instead of roaming here and there, he is suggesting him to come back home straight from the school and help his grandfather, so that grandfather will get some support. अरे भैया सचमुच एक दिन चल पड़े, and really on one day he started to move. घोड़े पर उनका सामान लादा गया. On the horse the items, the things of his elder brother was tied up, was loaded. लादा गया means it was loaded. पुल पार तक बाबा लाठी टेकते टेकते उन्हें पहुंचाने गए. पुल इज द ब्रिज, ब्रिட்ஜை क्रॉस பண்ணி போகிற வரைக்கும் தாத்தா வந்து ஸ்டிக்கை வச்சுட்டு he was moving, he was leaning and going. டேக்டே டேக்டே was taking the help of the lathi, the stick, and he was leaning and going along with the elder brother to send him off for his studies. बड़े भैया से पता नहीं क्या क्या बातें करते रहे, बट ही वॉज टॉकिंग टू एल्डर ब्रदर, बट आई डोंट नो वॉट ही वॉज टॉकिंग, बट ही केप्ट टॉकिंग टू हिज एल्डर ब्रदर एंड ही वॉज गिविंग द सेंड ऑफ. बड़े भैया उम्र में मुझसे केवल 3 साल बड़े थे, एंड एल्डर ब्रदर वॉज जस्ट 3 years एल्डर टू मी. लेकिन लगता था पिताजी की अकाल मृत्यु ने उन्हें बहुत कुछ सिखा दिया था. बट आई वॉज एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट द अनटाइमली डेथ ऑफ द फादर हैज मेड हिम टू लर्न मच मोर थिंग्स. The grandfather as sending off the elder grandson. The luggages has been loaded in the horse, and the grandfather with the stick is leaning and trying to make the grandson to cross the bridge, and he was also accompanying him and talking to grandson. फिर काम में डूब गए थे बाबा. Now Baba was, grandfather was has involved himself in the work. डूब गए मीन्स ही वॉज इन्वॉल्विंग हिमसेल्फ इन द वर्क. ना दिन देखते ना रात, डे और नाइट, ही वॉज नॉट बॉदर्ड अबाउट द डे एंड नाइट. ग्रैंडफादर वॉज इन्वॉल्विंग हिमसेल्फ टू मेक हिज सन्स ड्रीम कम ट्रू. सो ही वॉज इन्वॉल्व इन द वर्क. कहीं कुछ भी कमी ना आने दी उन्होंने. सो एनी वेयर देर वॉज नो लैकिंग हैपन फॉर अस. सो इन ब्रिंगिंग अप अस, grandfather has not left any lack. In the absence of his father also, the grandfather has taken the responsibility, has done all the things which is needed for the kids. जिस तरह मेहमान पहले आते थे उसी तरह फिर आने लगे. Like earlier the guests used to come to our home when my father was alive. Similarly now the people have started to come. बहू बेटियां जो भी घर आती बाबा उसी तरफ लुटाते जिस तरफ पिताजी लुटाया करते. So the daughter or granddaughter who comes to our house, now the grandfather is giving them the money, is spending the money for them as my father used to spend for them. पाठशाला और अस्पताल को चंदे में अब भी उतनी ही रकम दान दी जाती है जितनी पहले दी जाती थी. So पाठशाला is school, अस्पताल is hospital, chande is the donation. So now we used to give the donation to hospitals and schools as we used to give the money when father was there. ஸோ பஹலி दी जाती थी मीன்ஸ் அப்பா இருக்கும்போது எவ்வளோ கொடுத்துட்டு இருந்தாங்களோ அதே மாதிரி இப்பயும் டொனேஷன்ஸ் வந்து ஸ்கூலுக்கும் ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸ்க்கும் அந்த அமௌண்ட் கொடுத்துட்ருக்கோம். ரக்கம்னா அந்த அமௌண்ட். Let me stop the video here as a part 1 video of the explanation, and the rest of the lesson I continue in the next video. If you have any doubt or clarification, please put in the comment section and surely reply back. Thank you, students.